Welcome back to Essentials.TF here on Twitch.tv. We are in the final round of the Swiss stage of the Essentials Monthly #1 of Season #1, powered by STNTrading.eu and Demos.tf. Big shout out as well again to Twitch.tv for putting us on the front page. But yeah, the fifth and final round, we're going to be watching a little bit of a lower level game here. We're going to be watching the two teams that have 2 points, or a match between teams that have 2 points. It's going to be Quality Control versus Not Dead Doggo. And we still have my boy Peter here on color commentary and Gem on production. But Peter, what do you think about this game?
Well, I'm always kind of excited to see sort of the lower end of the spectrum of these games, and we also just pretty much accidentally, I might as well admit it, just picked a game that's actually could matter, right? Because if you look at the bottom of these rankings, they both have 2 points. Both Not Dead Doggo and Quality Control are in place number 15 and 16. So that means that if Drongos win their next match and get 2 points, then either Not Dead Doggo or Quality Control are in danger of actually falling out down into the 16 and the 17 and 18 spot, and that means that they will not move on to the next round. The cutoff is at 16, and there's 18 teams. So, yeah, this should be good. And of course, I know quite a few. I know of quite a few people, at least on Not Dead Doggo. They're a bunch of British people, and then we have on the other side we have Quality Control, which is pretty much an unknown for me. Although it does seem like Green Rap is on the team. Is that right?
No, that's just the Green Rat being on the wrong team.
All right, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, there's someone called Allow to Pyros is fine.
It's a good nickname, but yeah, I know some people on Quality Control. I know like Diggy B, Extus, and I know, well, I've spoken to like Acicle as well at some point. They also have Fenrir and Monty. I don't know who their sixth is, but it's just for me, I know this team a little bit. Some good boys, so I mean, I'm excited to cast them, I guess.
Yeah, they were talking a bit about Pyros in the pregame. So what do you think the odds are that we're just going to see Pyros just stomp over everybody? Because Pyro is pretty powerful in the hands of a noob against a bunch of other noobs.
I do know that you love your Pyro. I don't really know. Like, I see Fenrir playing Pyro in pregame, which makes me feel like he's just warming up his Pyro play for the actual game. But
warming up Pyro.
Well, I mean, you got to practice, your detonator movement, your power jack pulling out, yeah. It's important.
Yeah, also it's really important that you have like properly worked out your arms, because you're going to be swinging that mouse around like crazy. That's the optimal way to aim Pyro these days. So you got to be ready.
Diggy B just said in chat, we are getting casted. What? We've been drinking. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Yeah, I'm already extremely excited. The Irish man on the Quality Control lineup is going to be the one that's drinking. I like it. Yeah. Fitting.
Dude, yeah, this can only happen on day one of these kind of tournaments. What we're about to watch now, I think. That's just, it's the special kind of TF2 that it's very difficult not to love. So, absolutely. Now I'm pumped. Like before, I was kind of looking forward to it, but now I'm pumped. Just absolutely thrilled to watch this incredible match take place. So we do have 6 players on each team, so we are getting ready here. And do you want to give us some predictions? It doesn't even have to be.
I have some analysis here. I have some pre-knowledge here. So I met Diggy B at I-61, right? And we played a double mix at I-61 of CS:GO, where I think Diggy B got like 8 kills. And I remember walking up to him after the game ended, and he was just completely drunk out of his mind. So I'm going to predict that his play will be questionable at best. I do not think he's. I don't think beer or whatever he's drinking is his secret weapon. I don't think alcohol is a secret weapon. So I'm going to be predicting a hmm like a 2-0 win for Not Dead Doggo. I think that's my analysis there.
Solid. I like it. I'm gonna go with we're gonna see like we're gonna have a pyro in the game from some player on either team at least 80% of the time, and I think we're gonna have like probably a demo knight and a like a bow and arrow sniper at some point as well. I think these are all things we will see in the game, and it'll be great. I also think, let's see, what's another good prediction to make? I mean, I suppose I could just predict who's going to win, right? Nah, that's not even important. Smash told us not to focus on his stats, so if there's one way to make you focus on stats, that's saying that kind of thing. I can tell he has 0 points in pregame, so he's definitely not doing very well in this pregame. He needs to step up, do better. Yeah, I do want. I think we're gonna see not the doggo win. I think they're gonna win like 3-1 or something, but I think it's gonna be very messy, like to the extreme messy. We don't actually have a pyro in the game right now, so that might
Oh,
be a sign that I'm wrong.
oh, I have insider info. I've messaged Diggy B asking who's drunk on your team. So it's him, Acicle, Smash, and Monty. So there's 4 drunk players on the quality control team. So I mean, I said Diggy B, is not going to be good drunk, but maybe the rest of the team will be. I mean, they might be able to, get those jitters out. They might be able to play more confident, and
Yeah,
maybe
like they're not gonna be nervous, unlike the other people, like because we're getting
just
casted.
extremely, extremely nervous. Everyone extremely nervous,
Yeah,
but
yeah, like they know this is important stuff, right? That's why the countdown has commenced, and we are
oh, here we
going live here.
go.
Oh my god!
First mid of Not Dead Doggo versus Quality Control, final round of the Swiss stage. Let's see. I'm gonna go straight onto this Monty Pop here. He is drunk. Let's see what he's doing. He's going through choke, shooting some sticks off into big door. See some plays by the point, trying to hit things. Is it lock and load? Pipes are not really connecting. And both teams just kind of waiting on their side of choke for any aggression. Digby goes down under the point to Green Rab. The trade frag does come out. Green Rab jumps in onto Acicle. Ooh, good pipe from Monty. And X is getting a cleanup kill as well. It seems like quality control is in control of this mid. I am a good caster. I said control, and the scout, Cronus, he's gonna die too, and that's gonna be the mid.
Quality control takes control of this middle. Indeed, they actually did a really good job just absorbing all of the doggos as they just funneled into them. It wasn't all that like coordinated from Danger Dog. Well, what do they call it? Fuck. Dogs. I feel like we call them Danger Dogs a million times in this game, that's for sure. Not Dead Doggo. I'm just gonna call them Doggo. But yeah, we do have a 100% Uber advantage as well. But, of course, they're gonna be running into a pyro, and as well, we saw Seven struggle mightily in the last game. But these are good players, so maybe they're going to do better. They're actually going to go Riverside. It looks like. I like there's actually a pyro waiting for them as they come in.
He just jumps. Diggy just jumps past that pyro, not even seeing him. The sentry goes down. The Uber has faded for quality control, and they have lost both their soldiers already. Fenrir is already walking out with Monty. Acicle goes down under the point. Above the point, you have Extis, who also gets taken out. That's an unsuccessful push if I ever saw one.
Indeed, but it is a successful escape coming up from Fenrir. It looks like they're trying to maybe stop the second, but there's just no way. Yeah, Greenwood's just going to take the high ground. Demoman's even in the choke. Poor soldier, they're trying to jump through. That's not a good idea. Diggy B, drop the beer, my mate. You're going to get out of there.
Green Rab is just going in with this Uber. He finds 2 frags. He's going to try and chase Fenrir, but he's too weak. Doesn't want to die to a medic on stream. Diggy B finds Panda, but the medic is actually still alive for quality control, but he's just in lobby as his team is trying to contest mid here. And Smash is on second, trying to get a bit of a back cap going. He's just getting collapsed upon and stays alive for way too long, but eventually Not Dead Doggo gets that player down. They're going to be slowly converging. Actually, they're just going to be staying on second.
And Smash, he could have taken the high ground there for better success, I want to say. He just stood on the low ground and went for the big air shots. He did manage to hit them, but it will leave Fenrir with a massive advantage here coming up for quality control. Looks like they're going to go into big door at least. Yeah, in they go. See, there's going to be a lot of people on high ground.
Yep, Bicycle trying to do something with this Uber, but he spots, the 4 players from Not That Doggo on high ground, and the scout cannot rocket jump. He's trying to kill Squirrel, but he is not having a lot of fun right now. His aim not really being positively affected by the alcohol in his system, as quality control cap up second, but Not That Doggo is coming in soon.
So now the question is, like, will Not That Doggo actually decide to push out of this? They do have a significant Uber advantage. A lot of teams don't like to push out, but it looks like Not That Doggo's, or I can't, they're Not That Dogs. Oh man, I'm terrible.
It's fine, but Not That Doggo. They make it off the second. Quality control down a bunch or a player and a lot of health as well. Are going to be able to at least stay alive. They keep their meta alive. Diggy B going down on the flank, but that's not too big of an issue for them as they're just trying to get this Uber up. Not That Doggo just kind of peeking Victor to see if they can scare quality control into popping Uber by just standing there. Monty with Ace. Acicle actually finds the frag onto Squirrel. They're gonna make their way through a big door. Maybe this Uber will be a bit better. The Not That Doggo players are on the high ground again, but this time they have a player who can jump here. Fenrir is going to get forced in big door by a scout, and they find Green Rab, and Acicle wants to try and chase as far as he can with this Uber, but they find the one and have to back off. Diggy B is in trying to sack onto the point here, giving some space for quality control. And they try to get it in, but it's not really going to work out. They're backing off. It's going to be at 4, Not That Doggo.
Yeah, Smash was in the water. They're trying to, I'm not even sure what he's going to do there. There's actually a scout one in the river there. It looks like there's going to be a straight up trade. There's another scout going on to last. He's actually just sneaking around. There's some stickies on the point, but they're not very well placed. And look at this. This is going to be a scout, but the...
Oh, so close. Really bad for Ace. That was a really good attempt, but it buys some time for his team. Most of the Not That Doggo's players did back off, so now they're going to be making their way onto second. Panda with that full Uber walking through top. Exis is in position to try and get the force in. He is on the medic. That's a good meat shot. It forces the Uber, but quality control is just walking through lower. They get completely caught by this Uber. A bit of a questionable play there, but Not That Doggo. They're going to be holding on to this last point, I guess.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent idea, but man, they just got so caught. And like, that was a really fat Uber just shooting the ground there. There's still a soldier on the back end. Like, everyone's just going for the back end. Here comes the soldier. No. Squirrel will actually manage to block that. And finally, the push out has succeeded. And we're left with not very many players actually up for quality control, so they might not even be able to hold middle here. They are setting up a lot of spam, but
Not That Doggo. There's 6 people or 4 people in drop down. They're all just in now on the low ground. Soldiers jumping in, quality control overextending their hold here. Nobody's gonna really be able to survive a smash. Monty go down. Exis actually makes it out. Ace actually as well get out, but Not That Doggo are in control of this midpoint.
yeah, that was a really nice drop down play. If there had been any stickies or like a soldier down there, that would have been absolutely catastrophic, but there weren't that many people alive and they knew it. So this took a nice little calculated risk, and it worked out really well. There's a scout hiding behind this rock as everyone's just getting onto second. Nobody is really putting up a fight here. There's a single scout actually coming onto the medic, I think, but that's going to be it.
Oh, the drop from Fenrir. He just had his Uber, but the pipe connects just before he pops. Soldier's on the point. Diggy B tries to contest, gets 1 frag, but the 5 players from Not That Doggo all converge onto his position. It's going to be 1-0 for Not That Doggo.
Yeah, really clutch pipe there coming out for Mop as he takes down Fenrir. That Uber would have definitely saved the last point, made it a proper fight, but as it was just a complete slaughter. Make it 1-0 for the Not Dead Doggos. So we go into the second mid of the map.
See what's going on. Squirrel with the drop down play into the choke for quality control. Diggy B finds a frag onto Mob. The demo's already dead for Not Dead Doggo. A lot of the players from Doggos are on the low ground. Diggy jumping onto the combo, finds a scout frag, tries to get onto Panda, can't get the frag, but Ace is in, finds Green Rab with the cleanup. It's now just Panda against Ace. Ace has actually gotten completely juked by Panda, who finds Squirrel and is actually just going to contest mid with Cronus. And Ace is now into Big Door, but he can't deal with his soldier and scout that are protecting the mid, and now he's just like awkwardly behind. He's gonna find a spawn here. Eeply, who wins the 1v1. This is the most meaningless 1v1 ever, but Ace wins it. And now he's getting chased by Green Rab. He finds the pack, but he eventually goes down. It's gonna be full ad for Not That Doggo going into the second point of quality control.
Dude, that juke by Panda was absolutely insane. He threw off Ace so much, and as a result, you're gonna have a 100% Uber advantage. This is just gonna go through choke immediately and just jump in. And look at this sky jump from Diggy B.
Ooh, he gets the force, but it's not that great for Not That Doggos. They can't really get many frags off of it. They find Extus, who was just very much committed on the second point, but finding 2 frags, but the Uber is almost up for quality control, so they will be pushing out right as they get their spawners. Currently, they're just waiting for any sacking Not That Doggo players, but they're all basically out. There is a soldier up top with a scout who may get onto the medic that way, just dropping down, but outside of that, they're holding very passively as now quality control's in on top. Monty's there. They see the soldier just holding close. He's going to be jumping away. There's not much he can do. There's no other real players to get in onto the medic. But Green Rab and Cronus are just in lobby trying to make for a backup play, but there's 3 quality control players still on last. Smash comes from lower, and there's Ace and Extus going to go for the chase onto Cronus. While this is happening, Monty and Fenrir have been forced into Big Door. They do get the cap on second, but Not That Doggo with their Uber going to be coming in. Eeply is going to get this Uber. Casterman Supreme is on Fenrir. He's trying to hit his shots. Not hitting his shots. Mob gets the pipe instead. There's a bunch of quality control players just scattered on mid and on second. And, well, we'll see exactly how this works out. Diggy B tries to get onto the combat. Extus and Monty trying to hit some, or get some frags of their own.
Dude, there's an error onto Eeply. Eeply was basically dead. Now he's full health. And I think that's actually going to help them just completely win this. Yeah, there we go. Green Rat comes in, get the cleanup. That was a really clutch arrow from Fenrir. No, from Panda. Yeah. That was such a big deal. Like, just basically, he died right after, but yeah, they get the point. So, really clutch arrow. And now it's roughly even Ubers. Fenrir has slight advantage, but when you have this kind of an advantage, it's not as significant when you are the ones holding last. It's very difficult to dot push out of last. You can dot push into last, but not really out of it. So I'm just going to go with the even Ubers here.
Yep, it doesn't seem like Not That Doggo really wants to push. They're holding very passively, just doing the soldier scout on top, and then the rest just in Big Door. Relatively standard hold when you're building like this. And Extus is also on sniper, so
yeah, he's just sniping in Riverside. Yeah. This is very standard. A lot of the time you'll see people like sort of stand in the doorway or like the top end of that because you get slightly better view. But I think the real question here is how do they break into last? Like how do they get Uber out of Fenrir? Like often you'll send in like a scout and a soldier, maybe the suicide in after you buy some space and distract in Riverside or something. Sniper, oh my god. Cronus just gets insta-killed there. I think he got like a body shot and pipe at the same time or something, so he just died immediately. So Doggos, they will move back out. Just gonna stand here in Big Door and hold that. Basically see the high ground, but the Green Rap hits a really nice rocket onto Diggy B. So jumps back up and he will dodge all these pipes. So currently teams have been struggling a bit to push out here and maybe send in a suicider as well. That's basically what we've been seeing here. But now Cronus going to go spy and see if he can make anything work here with the James Bond class.
Yeah, he's on that cloak and dagger, so he's going to have as much cloak as he wants to play with, but he's going to have to move relatively slowly to get the distance. He's close to the combo here, and it does seem like Smash is just kind of looking about, but Cronus now behind. Oh!
Oh,
He knows Diggy B just checked it in spawn. Cronus is gonna have to make his play because he's just eventually gonna get checked. Smash. Oh, ace. Oh, he gets around the shoulder as well. He almost walked into Diggy B there by accident.
dude, this guy is just
yeah.
dodging.
Why is this man not in a Prem Highlander team right now? That's what I want to know. He dodges the soldier again.
It's like one of those vaudeville acts where they just perfectly stay behind people when they like look around.
Oh, there it is. He stands in the hallway and Smash walks into him. It's gonna be the frag for him. The off-classer for quality control will be Extus on Sniper. He's gonna be together with Diggy B. Gonna be peeking through River. Diggy B trades with Green Ramp. He will not win that 1v1. And well, oh, sees a soldier. He misses. He's gonna melee a little bit. Maybe slightly unhappy that he missed. Oh, Green Ramp jumps in. Well, he gets completely denied. Like that, he did not stand a chance.
Yeah, he did get a pretty nice rocket onto Fenrir. Fenrir is just currently regenning his health. And for all of you people that are coming from the front page, the medic can regen his own health. It just takes a while. And if you haven't taken damage for a while, it will be faster. So that means that when you've taken down to like 60 damage, going from 60 to 100, that takes a little while, but then from 100 to 50, it's very fast. So, you don't even need to go to respawn. They buffed it at some point where they just really made medics able to survive on their own if you just dodged and didn't take damage for a long time. But we do actually see quality control being kind of far out in this lobby, just pushing and prodding and maybe trying to get their sniper forward a little bit. Like we see Extus again just holding inside Riverside. I actually quite like the way that they're sending Ace into Riverside to just kind of peek, because then if he takes a little bit of damage, then they will just walk into Extus, and there we go. He takes down Cronus. That was a sniper v sniper duel. And it looks like there's even a push coming out from on top here for quality control.
Yeah, they need to find Frag with the Squirrel. Now they have 2 players add Green Rep in onto the demo there. He goes down as well. And 3 players from Not That Doggos have fed. It's now Panda, Mop, and Eeply, and they are going to be just backing off into mid, wait for their spawners, and this stalemate will continue on the second point. But quality control, they've made it slightly further into the map. Actually, they're going to be trading through Choke here instead. They get the Uber Force out of Panda. Smash actually is going to be staying in with Monty and Ace. They're in Choke, but Smash going down, and Ace kind of just walking away from the combo. Fenrir just kind of has to back off.
Oh,
but Fenrir finds his own frag. Diggy goes down. Ace goes down. It's Cronus, Eeply, and Green Rabbit. Eeply, Cronus are way too weak to contest this. And headshot onto Green Rabbit is going to kill any of his dreams to get onto Fenrir. And quality control make it in onto mid.
Yeah, everyone from Not That Dog were just flashing red. They had really low health. Even a forward peek here by Extus. But yeah, there's still no heals from Doggo, so if quality control wanted to be a little bit frisky here, they could actually just buff people up and just take them in through Choke or Big Door. I think it's just been a little bit too slow here. The medic didn't quite get to mid in time, so I think they will just play around the sniper and Big Door. It's a really common tactic to just like basically have your demo man put a bunch of stickies in front of him, the sniper, and then the sniper just makes it forward in Big Door, and maybe you even have like a soldier next to them, so like if anyone even walks close to them, they just get annihilated by stickies and rockets, and then you can just walk in your sniper really far and just severely deny the angle. But the sniper's actually really far. Everyone else has just gone in through lower. That's very interesting.
We're just gonna get this point. It seems like Not That Doggo is gonna be out of there, and quality control's all the way in there. They might try to go through into last. Monty wants to peek and prod through main, see if he can get in, but nothing he can do. Somehow quality control is on the last Not That Doggo. They've slowly grinded their way through, but now they need to get into last and cap up that point. Extus peeks River, sees Eeply, that neat little unusual there, but he misses that headshot. And quality control is going to be relying on him mostly to try and open this up, but
actually,
like it's not working out.
It was a really cool little tactic right there from quality control. They went into Big Door with their combo essentially and walked into the lower lobby and picked off a bunch of players. If that's called by the enemy team and they're really on the ball, they know they can just walk through Choke. The demo man was in Big Door, and so basically they overpowered one flank at the expense of the other, but the enemy team didn't realize, like the dogs didn't realize that they could actually just walk in through Choke and punish the flank that way. And so they lost out of it, and they had to just retreat, and they gave up second for free. So that's very cool. So we see his post snipers going down here. Standard trade. Yeah, I really like that strategic move from Quality Control.
Yep, and Arbor's being traded out, so... Oh, there's a Pyro in. Cronus trying to fight the flank there. He tries to get out the Diggy B, but he eventually goes down to culminated aggression from 3 Quality Control players. Ace wants to see if he can do anything in main. He's just teleporting around. This man's internet is not too good. He goes down to Ace, or not to Ace. He did not die to himself. Squirrel got that frag as Extus. Back on that spy class. Hopefully he won't, or he will be able to find a frag for his team. The one that I think it was Green Rab couldn't find before on the other last. So that's what he's doing. He's just walking about here under, and seems like he's just going to be relatively passive. He's going to stand on the point. Not really sure what his goal is here. He might be wanting to bait the point a bit, but I feel like the spy play will develop in the future, and maybe we should watch this E-Play spy play that just started.
Yeah, like Cronus is just flaming, so they definitely suspect that this is happening, but Eagerly has.
Oh my God, Cronus is so close to Extus. He just checked every corner except the one that Extus stood in. Oh, that was so close. So Extus is still alive.
Oh no, Eagerly just barely started running out of cloak there, and it was basically while Ace was just directly.
Oh, Ace and Diggy just find 2 frags. The Uber's been popped and the medic has dropped. And Cronus going down. It's 5 Quality Control players just collapsing onto this point. Green Rap goes down. It's just Mop. He gets revolvered. And just like that, it's going to be 1-1, all tied up.
Diggy B looking like a functioning alcoholic. That was a big play coming on the Panda from him. That was really, really clutch. And that will make it 1-1 with about 10 minutes remaining. That's really huge. But both teams should probably stop playing Spy. Let's be honest, it's not really working out.
Oh, they're not playing Spy on this mid, so it's a good start. Diggy B on the low ground to good with Squirrel. Oh, good direct onto Cronus, finds that scout frag. Now it's a player advantage for Quality Control. Smash trying to jump at the point, gets kind of denied. Hits some decent rockets onto Eepily, but Squirrel finds the frag under. Gets traded up by A, so still number advantage for Quality Control, as Not That Doggo is kind of just caught on their side of choke, but as Extus goes down, Quality Control is in the same position. A spawner coming in for Not That Doggo might help out, as frags getting traded out once again. It's just Acicle and Monty for DM Clans on the side of Quality Control. And this is just the grind. Monty finds the pipe to Eeply. That was really crisp. And now he's going to be trying to force out Mop here. Ace is busy in a 1v1 against Cronus, but there's the spawner. Diggy's in. He doesn't really hit too great of rockets, but Uber has been forced. Uber is up for Quality Control. A lot of Not That Doggo players are actually trying to commit here. Cronus going down. No force on the Fender just yet. Squirrel on the low ground. Green Rap as well. Green Rap goes down. Squirrel jumps in onto the medic. Finds one rocket. Forces Fender. But at what cost? There's so many players down for Not That Doggo. The mid has been won by Quality Control, and they're getting on to second.
That was a tug of war, basically. Like, they were just both standing on their own side of middle, and they just couldn't quite make it. And then that boom double pipe coming out with the lock and load just really opened up the middle, and they were able to move forward. So Quality Control once again going to take this, and despite being down initially, they are now really in a really good position to actually take a round again and go ahead and be ahead. But they are down. They are down a little bit in terms of Uber percent, but Green Rap actually tried to run away with the skill stick, but gets taken down, and they will not be able to make it out alive. It's not going to be a big deal, I don't think. And currently, Not That Dog are doing a much better job of actually building Uber. Oh, and also dodging the Diggy bomb.
It's kind of funny. He jumped in before Panda his Uber charged, so he kind of just jumped in for a force that literally could not have happened. So that's interesting. But Monty's on the point. The demo is going to be the one to paint the point, but he's not on the painting, so it's only 1x. About 50% of the point has been capped for Quality Control, which is going to force Not That Doggo to at least kind of play around the point. He's in pit door. Yeah, he's in lower. He might be able to cut off some players of Quality Control, but they're all outside. And he's just kind of walking around. It's completely clear. He's going to call that to his teammates, but he's going to have to back onto last. And that flank play doesn't really work out as we are in a pause. I am gonna speculate that they are trying to get some beer. You know, they need to get the alcohol percentage
Beer run.
higher because I mean they're not drunk enough. You know, they need to play. They need to be drunker to win this game.
Like, guys, remember that really nice push? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Well, then we haven't had enough to drink. We need to be way smashed for this. So they are doing a beer run. So, we're probably gonna get back in like 3 minutes once they've poured themselves a drink. And I'm not sure what English people drink a lot, like in terms of alcohol. I don't know. Like, we're not really the most helpful people here, like when it comes to Scottish and English people drinking. But I think English people mainly drink really thin beer, and then Scottish people drink uh, Scotch, like whiskey. Oh, they drink cider. Jem says. I suppose Jem is our local alcohol expert. Uh,
Nice, nice. Well, we're just sitting here, you know, waiting. Um, I think the theory here behind the more beer. I think is that what these teams need is they need to have no fear. They have to just go, just play as brainless as possible and just find frags. Because one of the things that both teams are doing a little bit is they kind of peak really aggressively. So you just find those people that are over aggressing, find those frags, and then just go. Just go. They'll probably feed some more players, and then you have 3-player advantage, and then you just win the round or something. Now that's what I think they need to do. But as of right now, we are just waiting. I'm just gonna quickly look at the classes right now. Cronus is currently trying to figure out. He's on the left side, but he has the gun out, the level 2 gun on the right side of the map, or the last point. We also have Extus on the sniper, just coming out of the forward spawn. So both teams have their own little holding plans worked out, but this one will reign victorious. And well, if I could be so biased, you know, I'm a
sure.
biased caster. I would like to see quality control win because I want my boy Diggy B to win this.
He is top scoring among the combat classes, so obviously he's doing great, at least on his own team. But if we are going to be just a little bit going back to some strategy, I have noticed that whenever quality control sort of cede one flank to focus on another one, like they rotate around and then they just leave like maybe 2 to 1 player holding another choke. Um, Not their doggo, they don't realize right away, so they don't actually punish it very well. So it just this whole rotating around, like rotating the combo from one place to another to shift the heals around, just going very aggressively to get a pick, that has worked out really well for them. And I feel like that's just something. If you're on a team in one of the lower leagues, that's one of the best things you can do, because it takes a lot of
The
calming.
unpause.
Oh baby, yeah, and we immediately see Famer just getting bull rushed. And
Oh, what's that
what?
force? Eeply, there it is. The beer coming in. Eeply, no fear, walks in, finds the force off the
And
Fenrir.
survive.
And
Full
this
health.
this is a calamity for quality control. They can't hold lobby. They have to back off, and Not Dead Doggo. They don't quite know it yet, but they have the all the position right now, all the space to walk in Eeply in a 1v1 against Ace. He's gonna win it. That is important frag on the flank. 2 players going down on top as well for quality control. Soleil try to sack in. Monty gets air shot. That's a demo, not a soldier. Maybe I'm also drunk as well, but it doesn't matter. Players going down. Quality control is 4 down. Not That Doggo capping second and even making it to mid.
It's there's a single scout in here.
Diggy finds the directs of the pandas. And then will be down. A bit of an opportunity to go into mid. It seems like Ace was trying to fix his internet. That's why the pause happened. Exodus finds a headshot onto Cronus, trying to keep his medic alive here, trying to no-scope his way to victory. Fenrir doesn't win the 1v1 against Mop. Exodus eventually finds the cleanup, but the Uber advantage will be in the favor of Not That Doggo after all of this. They're going to be capping mid with that advantage.
Yeah, and we have another
Oh,
pause.
nice.
You know what that means, right? Let's go.
Oh, and beautiful. Unfortunately, I do not have one. I cannot crack open a cold one right now. Should bring
Ah,
this for
it's a
future
truly
reference.
poor existence. But yeah, and there's currently only 2 up, so I'm almost certain that quality control will not be able to block this middle. They could still go in there and cause some trouble if they really wanted to, but I don't think it would be a wise decision. So yeah, it's just going to be a middle here coming out for quality control. But yeah, it was apparently not a beer run, which is surprising and disappointing. But what are you going to do?
Some internet issues. Well, maybe the internet guys are drunk too. It is a Saturday, the weekend. People having fun. Maybe a drunk guy hit one of the. I was gonna say internet cables with a car, but they're underground, so that doesn't really work out. So, let's just say that somebody turned off the internet in Ace's neighborhood. That works out, I think.
Yeah. Well, do you know where Ace is from?
I think he is from England. I don't know where exactly he's from.
All right, so
England.
he's not from Europe, so that's the third world, I believe. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense to me. So
Mainland Europe. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you look at some of the internet problems that UK players have, I mean, they have the, if I could be so rude, they have the internet of a third world country, if I do have to say that. I mean, it's pretty bad sometimes. Like, like the internet, the players that I tend to deal with that have like internet issues are either UK, Brits, or it's like people from like Eastern Europe-ish. So like Finland, Russia, that kind of area. So
yeah,
it's compare it's
Finland.
com
Oh, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be so mad. So you call them Eastern Europe. That's great.
well, I mean, look, I'm just saying it as in the geographical location of Finland, okay? So as I've insulted apparently an entire country by calling them Eastern European. Anyway, the unpause comes in. It seems as though Extis is still on sniper. Ace is not yet reconnected as the pause came in the past, future. My words, I cannot explain how it works, but just trust me on this one. Ace is actually in spawn, or in spectator, has not joined back yet, but it seems like Not That Doggo is doing the gentleman thing of not pushing in off of that number advantage. That's a bit disrespectful. I appreciate it. And we are just basically waiting on Ubers to come up. We're waiting for Ace to join the team, and then stuff will probably start happening. But regardless of all of that, quality control has the this as yep, they're coming in through big door. Here it is, Soldier, very aggressive. Fenrir is gonna get cut off. Deeply's trying to hit these shots. His demo will hit the pipes instead. Smash gets dunked by some rockets. It's just Monty, Diggy B, and Extis. Extis is a spawner. Diggy B almost going down, but Monty going down. Oh, Extis is just in on Panda and finds that frag. So quality control actually evens up the Uber situation, as they need to hold against 4 Not That Doggo players. Soldier walks onto the point. Exit tries to contest. The rest from quality control cannot spawn in time. It'll be the second round for Not That Doggo.
Yeah, that was a 6v5 push. So this is gonna be the point of the second pause, and hopefully we're gonna get a 6v6 middle here, because otherwise it'd be kind of lame if we just all of a sudden see this reduced to a free win for Doggos. That would be very unfortunate. There's still 5, and as we go into this middle.
All right, well, 5v6. Let's see if quality control can win this 5v6. Soldiers jumping in. Diggy B from the ground gets onto Panda. No heals for Not That Doggo. They're really bunched up here. Exis finds a frag, but it's going to be a 2v3 as Diggy B going down. He's just Monty and Fenrir. Fenrir getting chased by a Soldier trying to dodge these rockets. He gets out, it seems. His demo wants to help him out. Fenrir trying to do what he can. Oh, he's trying to dodge these rockets. He's on 4 HP and Squirrel's on 2. And Fenrir, he goes down. Squirrel with 2 HP finds the rocket. Fenrir unhappy in the chat there. He's dropping some swear words, man. That's very upsetting. Squirrel says "see stream" for some reason, and believe in your dreams. I mean, if you try hard enough, you can do anything, and you can find the medpick on 2 HP. That is some great words to live by from the Soldier from Not That Doggo, but they are in the lead in rounds and in positioning right now.
Yeah, it looks like Ace is just desperately trying to join, but he just keeps on disconnecting. So, and they say he can't join while it's paused, which makes sense since usually like you can't go quite join the server. You have to like unpause it for a millisecond and then finally do. You can actually get all the way in, but it's still 5v6 as this Uber comes in.
This is not really going to be great for quality control, but the scout just gets back in time. But Smash and Diggy go down, and the rest is not in position to play to that point. Cronus just stands on the point. He even taunts on the point. A bit of a BM play as Not Dead Doggo goes up 3 rounds. Fenrir saying, give us 2 rounds in the chat to make this a bit interesting, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's still technically possible to get these 2 rounds. There's 2.5 minutes remaining. So they just need to completely demolish them on this middle.
Let's see what's going on. Diggy on the low ground. He's going to be jumping onto the combo. There's a soldier in already that is smashed, but they don't really get frags. They find Eeply eventually, but some aggression from the 2 soldiers from Not That Doggo has wiped the complete combo away off the server as Diggy jumps off the panic, gets 1 rocket, goes down. Not That Doggo wins the mid once again. Quality control. It's quite a yikes.
Yeah, we're back to 5v6.
Oh,
All right.
no.
It's kind of sad that the end of the match got ruined like this because it was a 1-1 game, and then Ace's internet just went into the abyss, just dropped off. As Green Rap, is he gonna go for the hero play? You know, he can afford it, but he's actually gonna play it smart despite them being up an extra man.
Won't X this on the sniper play. He's going to try to find some big old headshots. He sees nobody. And the server is lagged for a quick second as the Uber comes in from Panda. X sees a bunch of people fly by him. Soldier jumping onto Fender. Finds that frag. No heals for quality control. X Monty down. Everyone's dead. It's just Diggy B under the point. He can't do anything. It's going to be the 4th round to Not That Doggo. And some taunting coming in. And, well, 3 rounds down. Smash is in chat saying, no worries, we got this, we can do this. We're gonna get a round back in here. Fenrir is gonna go into the pyro. I want to see this paw of the medic pyro off class. It's gonna be moving on through. It's gonna be with the flamethrower.
I like how Smash still equalized the mid, despite them not having a medic.
Oh, Fenrir finds 1, and that's probably gonna be it. He finds 1. And that's it. 1 round, 1 kill on mid. Gonna be all the same as Not That Doggo caps up this midpoint. Eeply says that apparently quality control made an agreement, a gentleman's agreement to not play pyro, and well, it seems like they have broken the agreement. So apparently this is going to be a win in 4-1, but it's also going to be a win in a default win. Breaking the gentleman's agreement is a big no-no in my book, as Not That Doggo is on last, killing all these players. Doesn't really matter, but they capped the round anyway. It's going to be 5-1. That's going to be the mercy roll. Win limit 5. They win 5-1. Congratulations to Not Dead Doggo.
Yeah, now the question is, will quality control fall down to the 17th place? That's what's on the line here. Doggo will make it on to the next round, so congratulations to them. And, of course, breaking the gentleman's rule against the Brits is the worst thing you can break, obviously.
Clearly, that's the only logical thing, but we do not currently, the results haven't been posted yet of the Drongo's open mix game, so we don't yet know if what the result of that is. I'll try to check. Maybe they just haven't submitted it yet because they're lazy poopers. But let's just quickly check. I'm gonna go over to the good old.
You can look at who
logs
quality
LTF.
control played against, right? Like, they tied with Drongos. All right, that's interesting. So I don't know who would go on because then they would be tied with Drongos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had marked out.
I think it would be based on it would be based on like results, like match or like head to head. I think I'm not actually quite sure. We might have to get a little bit of a tournament admin to ask that, but we can also just wait when it pops up on the page eventually. But we're right now just waiting. You know, everyone's wondering. Ooh, Will quality control make it through, or will they fall? Will they not need to play with a hangover
Uh,
tomorrow in the
yeah.
playoffs?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh right. So they tied. So it's possible to tie in this. Basically, they
Yeah.
need right. So they're through unless Drongos wins, in which case they're definitely out. And then if Drongos get a tie, nobody knows. Like, then we'll like throw it to Henny, and he's gonna have to like flip a coin or something. I'm sure there's a
Ah,
bunch of like how many rounds they got.
the most scientific method. Just toss a coin. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, like this has happened before in like World Cups and stuff, where like we haven't invented golden goal yet. Let's just flip a coin. Seems good to me.
Yeah,
And then
that
all
sounds
these
like fun.
mustachioed gentlemen just look at each other and go, "Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, yeah,
All right, but the team who wins is like, yeah, sure, why not? And the team that loses just has to shut up and just deal with it. No, that's your fault. Shouldn't
yeah."
have even been in this position.
It's a riot, lad. All right, so every single result has come in except for Drongos versus Open Mix.
Mm,
Hmm.
they're gonna make us wait, aren't they? Like, I have somebody on Drongos on my friends list. Let's see. He is offline.
No,
All right, I'm not sure what this means. I hope this does not mean that they've just gone offline and just did not play the final game, because that would be quite the I'm not sure what the word is that I'm looking for. Quite the disappointment, I guess. The anticlimax. That's it. I know words. I have a good vocabulary.
yeah, you got it. You got it.
Thank you, thank you. I need support. You know.
Yeah. All right,
I'm
so
glad
just
you're here for emotional support.
yeah, I'm even an English teacher, so I should be able to help, but I'm just incapable. Anyway, let's go through some of the results that we had, because there were a bunch of other games going on, and they have all been submitted, as I said. So Seven versus Lego ended up with a 5-0 win for Seven. Then Ascent played against the Strong Opinions, and they won 5-3. So that was actually a pretty good game. And then MK Cat versus Low Panda also 5-3 in favor of MK Cat. So,
Ooh.
oh yeah. So a little bit of an upset there. That was one of the other games we were thinking about maybe doing. But then we have Just a Mix versus Ringo, and Just a Mix won 2-1. Gucci Gang 5-0 with Omega. We really wanted to do
Oh
Gucci
yeah,
Gang.
sorry about this. I wanted the Gucci Gang game, but I just knew it was like, yeah, this is just a Gucci Gang win. This is just donezo. There's no way. And
Yeah,
my prediction was correct, but you know, they made it. They made it through into playoffs, so maybe we'll see them tomorrow.
yeah, maybe in like round one or something.
Yes.
But and then Wer das Lied ist doof takes on five Squid Kitties and one German. They take them out 5-0, pretty much as expected. And then Claro Fan Club versus Jedi Mind Tricks also 5-0, and then a good old game, not that doggo. It's been quality control 5-1 after quality control drops a player and just cannot get him to rejoin again since his net is just too bad. So that was the final round, and if we look at the rankings, we can see that Seven, they finished with number one, not losing a single game. Ascent is number two, along with MK Cat. They both have 8 points. And then we have Lego, Just a Mix, and Low Panda, and Gucci Gang, and Wer das Lied ist doof, and Strong Opinions, all with 6 points. And then Claver Fan Club, only ones with 5 points because they have a draw. It's really difficult to get an uneven number because it actually takes a draw to get that. And then they go Omega, not the doggo, five Swift Kitty, one German, Jedi Mind Tricks, and maybe quality control. You never know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting. You know, who will be getting that playoff spot and who will be going. Well, I was gonna say going home, but they're already home. They're playing behind their computers, so home is where they are currently. But metaphorically, home, I guess, is a better way of saying it. But just to randomly uh, give in some new information. Apparently there were 7 bottles and 8 shots involved into quality control's side for that match. So I have to say that is some impressive alcohol consumption. I hope that the companies that you bought the alcohol from appreciated all the purchases, and Well, it didn't work out. Doesn't really. Sometimes life just isn't fair. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's fair to win while you're drunk, but let's just say it wasn't fair.
Yeah, and I don't know. We kind of want to just end the stream, but we can't really end it without knowing the fate of quality control, can we? Like that would just feel wrong.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
still hasn't been uploaded, but I don't know who are the sponsors for this. Maybe we should mention that.
STNtrading.eu, which is a trading site, which for items and all of that. If you want to get a good hat, you can go there, check that out. And then there's also demos.tf, nice little site that you can use to download or upload your demos. It also a lot of servers automatically upload their SDVs to demos.tf. A lot of server servers will do that, and a bunch of other stuff. So there's a lot of like scrim stuff you can find there, and just your own games, and a lot of cool stuff there. Um, I just wasn't really
Demos.tf, yeah,
yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Technically, Twitch.tv wasn't a sponsor, but just to mention them, they put us on the front page. Big shout out to the Twitch staff for helping us out there to yeah, get the little viewer boost. I mean, everybody's probably noticed, how does the stream have 1,000+ viewers? Well, partially because we're just such good casters, but also, because the promotion. So big shots to Twitch TV for that. It should, I think, I think that they are supposed to be putting them like all the monthlies on the front page, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we have players. We have players from quality control, or not for quality control, not the doggo, to interview. I'm not sure if we want to just drag them in now. Actually, let's not drag them in just yet, because I quickly need to get something in. So we know what has happened with the final game. Turns out
Hey,
Drongos and Open Mix just didn't contact each other. They didn't play. So
oh,
I guess that's a draw or a
oh no,
loss,
that's the
whatever.
worst possible result.
Yeah, I'm not. I guess there'll be a loss for both teams. I would presume. I don't know. Henny hasn't quite made a judgment on that yet, but that's the that's the result of that match. Tweaku giving us a little cute smiley face, but Henny is unhappy, and I'm very disappointed. You guys need to play your games, man. You need to be keen. What's going on here? He's essential staff too. Like you need to get your game, sorted. This is
Yeah,
disappointing
we
stuff. But
have.
hey, yeah, we have him
Yeah,
here. You can go.
Hello.
Go
Hello.
for it, my man.
yeah. Congratulations on just scraping into the next round. Of,
Wow. Thanks
Only
so much.
it only took
Only
one
game.
player completely dropping from the game. Congratulations.
That was
Mhm.
fortunate.
That's the not dead doggo way, to be honest. Yeah, we just annoy people until they leave the server, and then carry on from there.
Yeah. Well, did you guys have a gentleman agreement not to play Pyro?
We did,
Yeah.
yeah. They suggested it, and we were very, very grateful for that. To be honest, the whole day spent playing against two pyros was challenging. To be honest,
Is it even good or is it just annoying?
it's a bit of both.
really
Like
good.
it's really broken on certain points of certain maps, and then very annoying all the rest of the time. But yeah, I mean it's counterable. Like you just have to bring out the heavy and do other stuff. It makes the game very unfun.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. It seemed a little bit to me like I was praising quality control for a bunch of their tactical moves. So how was it to deal with whenever they would go like into big door? It always seemed to work out for them really well.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of difficult for us a little bit because we're missing a few gamers today just through I think one of our scouts has got a hangover and then a bunch of people had to work, so we're not as locked down on dealing with like big door pushes as we would normally be. But they did really well sort of coming behind us in lobby a lot of times. But eventually we just sort of I don't know, I think we went full green rab and just pushed behind them and killed stuff, which was pretty good. What did you think, Mop?
Yeah, I just thought their trades were normally a little bit better than ours. And then they would always send one behind, and it kind of got a bit messy from there. And that's when we kind of lost it a little bit.
Well, you have your full roster tomorrow then for the big playoff games.
I
We
think
will
most
definitely have Jaleb's back, so one of our scouts. Then
I think
yes.
we're still going to have Ely playing the other scout because our actual real scout, his PC blew up, so we're still down him. But other than that, we're good.
So, for me, the narrative of this game was players on both teams are drunk, or at least seem to be consuming some alcohol during or before the game. And I'll just ask first, what was the mood like in the team for you guys?
I think we were
Fantastic.
hungry.
But yeah, hungry because we haven't had time to eat all day.
Drinking. Yeah, I don't know. I think we wanted the day to be over, to be honest. Yeah,
It was a good game.
enjoyed it.
It was pretty close up until when the guy unfortunately had all the issues.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you mentioned you didn't have time to eat today? So maybe that would be a point of critique for the league. Like, how do you feel about playing these big Swiss rounds, like 5 rounds in a tournament?
I really enjoy it actually. Just not when there's 2 pyros and stupid unlocks.
Right.
But apart from that, I quite like playing like games all afternoon, kind of, because that's all I'd be doing anyway. To be honest,
actually, like it's possible that I think with a bit more like a bit more notice and maybe a little bit more organization, like it'd be a lot easier to get sort of the games running on time and everyone knowing where things are going and things like that. But for the most part, it was actually pretty good. Maybe like if you had a break between like the second and third game, or like the third and fourth, that'd be quite a good way of doing things. But yeah, for the most part, I really enjoyed it.
All right, well that's good to hear. So it's mainly an issue with the rule set, maybe, and the unlocks. Not so much the fact that you have to play all day, which you would have been doing anyway.
Hopefully they have some feedback now on why it's a bad idea to have 2 pyros.
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing to like learn for sure that something is true, right? Like we all kind of suspected it and knew, but we didn't like know.
Well, I don't know. I think we pretty much knew before this. Like it was.
Did you have
idea.
proof?
Did you have any data to prove it? Do you have any?
That's a good point.
Cold,
I don't
hard
have any data
evidence
about setting
to...
myself on fire being bad, but I still know that it's a bad thing to do. That's what 2 pyros is. It's like serious damage.
I guess. Well, to avoid crapping on Essentials people a bit more, do you have any closing thoughts, Beater, or any closing questions, or do you want to just end?
Aren't some of you guys involved with the Essentials.TF?
Yes. I am, and a lot of the Not Dead Doggo team is. Obviously, Eplee's a big part of that, and Loris and people like that. We're in the middle of planning. We've got a date, which is going to be awesome, and we've got lots of interesting sections coming up as well. The return of MGE chess and all sorts of interesting things.
Yeah, so maybe just like give the people a quick rundown of what it even is, right? Because I think a lot of people don't know what Hugs.TF is.
Okay, so Hugs.TF is an annual charity event. I think this is the 5th year we're running it, it's the 5th year we're running it to coincide with the 10th anniversary of Special Effect, which is the charity that we run it for. It's going to be in April now, and it's going to be a 24-hour period of lots of show matches, lots of TF2 stuff, some other games. There's going to be some people some people you maybe don't know, but there'll be bits of arts and crafts and some pretty interesting show matches we've got lined up. Hopefully we can get arranged. But yeah, if you like TF2, if you like things like that, it's going to be a great event on the I think the 21st of April, hopefully.
All right. Thank you for running through that. It's always a good time for sure. But now that we've gotten that out to the people, let's just give you guys some final shout-outs here. Let's just start with Mop and then go down to Squirrel, and then we'll call it for a day.
Shout out to my team, Not Dead Doggo. You guys are great. Especially Panda for dropping me and like all the Ubers. Shout out to Street for messaging me right now, asking for a shout out or something. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Shout out to all the Hugs.TF people. Shout out to Henny, who's been receiving lots of messages all day and stuff. I have no idea how he does it. Shouts to obviously Essentials and all that, putting it on, and shouts to Epley for being a massively useful sub all day.
Yeah, and of course we would be wrong not to give a huge shout out to Jem, who's been doing production all day.
The boy.
Yeah, like we've had a lot of different casters in here. I didn't feel like I put in too much work today. It was kind of nice, but Jem has been here all day, and he's been putting in a really great job. We even got to see like dancing cutouts of turbo tabs and hip fire. Good times.
Hey.
So always a really good job, and of course, shout out to you, Hipfire, for joining me tonight. That was
Aye.
fun, and all the other casters that casted before us. Was it Kermit, Alba, and War, I believe?
Warrior, yeah, yes.
All right, but that's pretty much all I have to say for tonight. We will be back tomorrow, same time.
Hold on. I need to quickly do some. I need to give some extra. I need to get some extra promo real quick. So
Do it.
before we end this off, yes, we will be here tomorrow. At 5 p.m. Producer, help. 5.
I think it's 1 hour earlier.
Yes, 5 p.m. Yes, 5 p.m. CET. So that's 5 p.m. in Western Europe, 4 p.m. if you're from the UK, 6 p.m. if you're in Eastern Europe. Anyway, but other stuff that I quickly need to shout out, SDN Trading again for being one of our main sponsors, Demos.TF, Twitch.tv putting us on the front page. Shout outs to that. Don't forget about the NA Monthly. That is also happening next weekend. That will be for the NA region. It will be run the same way as this tournament, Swiss stage into playoffs, but obviously, more NA region friendly times and also servers and all of that. But that's next weekend, which will also be Saturday, Sunday. And then also a big plug to the other big in-person TF2 events that's happening in April that isn't Hugs is actually it's late March, but Copenhagen Games, 28th to the 31st in Copenhagen, Denmark. We will have a TF2 LAN which will be featuring Sixes and Highlander, which will be the Sixes tournament will be broadcast here on Essentials TF. The Highlander one will be broadcasted on Critscast, but that LAN event will be there. I think that's all the shoutouts. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. This has been Essentials.TF. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. It will support the org and also its staff. So that would be very nice. You get access to some nice little medal and the emotes. You know how subbing works. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed the Swiss stage of the Essentials Monthly Season 1, Number 1. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m.